Hi, today I'm going to be going over some of the last things before assembling the base. The drilling the dowel holes in the legs, drilling the three dog holes in the right leg, and then in the left leg where the leg vise is going to be, I'll be drilling the hole for the screw to go through that. I'll also have some of the parts I use, like the bits and things, if you're interested, in the description down below. Just hit the show more and there's some Amazon links showing what parts I used for this. And this is all based on Christopher Schwartz's book, so there's a link to that down there too. I've been following mostly along with the book for the Rubo Workbench. I put the collar back on the router and I'm going to route out this large hole for the Benchcrafted Glide vise, where this will go inside the large hole, 1/2 inch deep, and then after that I'll do an 1¼ inch hole the rest of the way through for the threaded vise, threaded rod. Depending on the leg vise you're going to do, this would be different. This leg is all for my Benchcrafted Glide vise with the crisscross, so whatever you're doing there is probably going to be different, or maybe not. But it does show how I use a router to cut a hole bigger than any Forstner bit that I had. The little template I made, I just drew a round hole and then cut it out on my scroll saw. I'm going to use an 1¼ inch Forstner bit to drill this hole down for the leg vise. It needs to go all the way through the leg. I'll have a piece I'll clamp on the bottom so it doesn't break the fibers through as it bursts through. This is obviously not long enough, so I got an extension piece on Amazon. I'll put some links down below in the comment section, or the description section. Make sure and look at that if you're interested. So at first I'll just start with this and go a little bit, and then I'll add the extension piece on. Of course, one thing with the Forstner bit is, as you're going around, it might not exactly go very straight. So I got the idea of putting a bowl level on the top of my drill, and I spent yesterday quite a while making sure that as the epoxy dried, the level, this bit, I had a real long bit, and I was making sure that it was exactly level as I set the bubble, so it was right in the center when this was perpendicular. So hopefully this will help drill a straighter hole straight down through the leg. After starting with my cordless drill, I remembered Chris Schwartz's book where he said use a corded drill and don't burn out your cordless drill. It went through the batteries pretty quick. The hole got deep enough for me to put on the extension now, so continue through them. Just got about 1/3 of the way left. I found a mistake in my little jig to do the holes for the tenons. There's 2 in each one, so I have 2 little boards here, but I showed that before, but it works great for 4 of them, and for the other 4 they're on the other side, so my little stop block, and that didn't work. So I did the first 4 that it worked for, pulled the little stop block off that was right here so it sit over on this side, and marked where it needed to go and clamped it in place. So I'll go ahead and drill the next 4 of them. Luckily my mistake wasn't on the main wood for the workbench, but just on a little jig that would never be used for anything else anyway. Just align it in the corner. That keeps it straight and marks the position. sometimes the bit would make a really high-pitched squeal, which wasn't good for my ears, so I put my ear protectors on. I'm going to put the 3 dog holes in the leg here. I ended up getting a 3/4 inch brad point bit, which will go all the way through the leg. That's a pretty massive bit. And this will end up being able to drill straight through better, I think, than a Forstner bit that might travel a little bit, and then the bench dogs might not go all the way through if they're not exactly straight. So I got my 90-degree jig here. I'll get this started. That's it for today. Don't forget to look in the description down below to see the links for the parts that I used, the bits and things like that, and a link to my article which will have some more information in it. Also, the next video where I'm assembling the base should be coming up pretty soon because it's really going along good now. Hit subscribe, and thanks a lot.